December 10th, 2025, Wednesday. Memorial of Our Lady of Loreto. Reflection by Reverend Father Clifford Atta Anim. The Gospel passage for today is taken from Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 to 30. In the Gospel today, Jesus speaks directly to the weary of heart, promising rest to anyone who carries heavy burdens and is willing to accept his easy yoke and light burden. For many faithful Jews of his time, religion felt more like weight than freedom. They lived under the demands of hundreds of written laws and countless oral rules that shaped every detail of life. Into that world, Jesus offers a different path. He invites Israel and each one of us to place his yoke across our shoulders. In ancient Palestine, a yoke was carefully shaped from wood so it would fit an ox comfortably. That image helps us understand that the yoke Jesus gives is not meant to wound or restrict. It represents our responsibilities as his followers, yet it is shaped with love and fitted to our strength. At the heart of this yoke is one command: love one another as I have loved you. His yoke is light because it is carried in relationship, not isolation. It is not only a yoke from him, but a yoke with him. We are not pulling the plow alone, straining with our own limited strength. Christ is beside us, carrying the weight with us, sharing his power and his peace. He invites us to let our will move with his will and our heart beat with his heart. When he says his yoke is easy, he means God's demands are never mismatched to our ability. What he asks of us fits who we are, and he never sends grace without the strength to respond. Jesus then adds, "My burden is light." He does not claim that discipleship is effortless. He is telling us that whatever he asks of us is given in love and meant to be carried in love. Love changes the weight of things. A task that feels crushing when done alone becomes bearable, even joyful, when borne with someone we trust. To follow Jesus is to discover a kind of peace the world cannot give, a rest that reaches deeper than sleep and settles the soul. We all know the burdens that press on us: responsibilities, financial worries, family struggles, declining health, fear of the future, wounds from the past, and the thousand anxieties that fill our days. Jesus asks us to hand these to him, to exchange our restless burdens for his steady presence. When he says, "Take my yoke, and you will find rest," he is inviting us to live the Christian life with God at the center. When we walk in his commandments and trust his guidance, the weight we carry becomes lighter. Life messages. First, we need to let go of burdens that drain our strength. Jesus wants to lift the weight that exhausts us so he can place on us his life-giving yoke, one that brings renewal, peace, and new energy for the people around us. Second, we need to bring our burdens before the Lord. Worship gives us a place to slow down and breathe again. When we come before God, especially when we confess our sins and leave behind the weight of guilt, we let our overheated hearts cool in his presence. At the altar, we can place everything that troubles us into his hands and rise with lighter hearts. God bless you.